Chriselda, let's start with you, and very quickly, let me just tell you what the voter turnout is looking like right now. Well, at 7 o'clock, it was only 26% or so. Now, if we look at the same time, last time in 2016, the voter turnout was already at 50%. So 26 is not a final picture, but it's very low, and the ANC's Jesse Duarte was specifically earlier deploring that people aren't coming out to vote in Soweto. That's trouble for the ANC that's lost ground in Johannesburg. What are you seeing where you are?
Well, Francis, I can tell you we've crisscrossed Johannesburg since early afternoon. Our colleagues were taking you through reporting during the course of the morning. We started about this afternoon. I tell you, driving around Johannesburg, it almost seems like it's a public holiday. It is a public holiday, but I guess many people took the opportunity to do other things than come out and vote. If that is what the predictions are certainly looking like at this stage, it certainly is also, I guess, what has contributed to that, and I guess the analysis post the closure of the polls will give an indication of exactly what has taken place, because there have also been incidents, in particular in the areas that I've been reporting in, where, for example, certain residents in Johannesburg, you saw earlier, had marched to Lutuli House. They're unhappy about the allocation of housing in Johannesburg by the city, and the lines here behind me are starting to form at this particular hour. There are still many people that are coming through the gates of the school where I am at this particular point. And what certainly seems to give an indication is that maybe, Francis, I certainly cannot say, people seem to have waited for the last minute to come out and vote. And I don't know why that is the case. Whether there are still more people that are going to come through here, it's unfortunate, it's a bit dark where I am, so you're only able to see this line that is forming here. But there are many other people who are still coming through the gates of the school where I am. So really, it seems like many people have waited for the last minute to do that. I'm going to bring in Usisi here. Let's speak to her. Sisi, kunjani? Sis, uzizwa kanjani njengoba ufika ngalesikhathi uzovota namhlanje? Ukufika ngalesikhathi nje lesi ububhizi emini?
Bengibhizi kakhulu, ngibhizi ngiwasha ngenzani, so because I'm nearer to the school ngathi hayi ngizoza late.
All right. Ufuna ukubona ushintsho olunjani kule community yakho sisi?
Electricity iyaslupha namanzi. They can change that, and employment.
Yeah.
Abantu abasebenzi. Yeah, that's what we want.
So, Francis, you get a gist or a sense. You can go through this one. You get a sense of exactly what I'm talking about here. I asked the lady why is she only coming through at this particular point, and she did indicate that she had some washing to do in the morning. So clearly there's certain things that they needed to do before they came out to come and cast their ballots. Let me speak to this gentleman. Baba kunjani? Saphila. Uphuma emsebenzini?
Yeah, I'm emsebenzini.
Oh, you're working today. You didn't get a public holiday. Where do you work?
Air products.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're very busy during this time. Baba wawuthi ke ushayisa kwakho uzovota ke namhlanje ngalesikhathi?
Yebo. Yeah.
Uzovota namhlanje kubaleka kanganani ukuthi uvote wena namhlanje?
For ushintsho, you know, we've got old people, we've got very sick people. So for me, I think the major thing ukubona ukuthi if you can have more health care facilities at kube nama clinic. This area, Shawela, Mapetla Phiri, and maybe Proti. Sishari clinic one major, which is Shawela clinic in. So at least if you can have 2 more clinics, for me, that and electricity are the 2 major factors that would affect around.
Clinics and other healthcare facilities that you'd want in this area. All right, you obviously come from work. That is why. Take a look at this line, Francis. Let us just talk about, come to this lady. Mama kunjani? Wafika ngalesikhathi les ubukuphi imini yonke?
Kakhulu sithanda sami bengibhizi.
Ububhizi ngani ma?
Ngibuye emsebenzini, nangibuye emsebenzini kwaba khona ezinye izinto esingibambayo. But ngathi nje kuvoteni ngiyogcina ngizile okusalayo.
Oh, all right. All right, just one of the other people in this line saying that she was very busy throughout the day, so she decided to come and cast her vote. Now, just take a look here. You would see this line is starting to form. It wasn't like this a few moments ago. There are more people that are also still coming through at the gate of this particular school. So, Francis, you know, from what I've been reading and exactly what you told told me about, the fact that many are lamenting the low voter turnout at this particular time. The time that you gave me was 7 o'clock. I'm not sure if the next couple of, under 2 hours, if that's going to make a difference in terms of what we've seen. I'm not sure, those who know better would perhaps be able to articulate it on it best, but to probably give reasons about possibly why there's been such a low voter turnout. I don't know if South Africans took the opportunity just to have a holiday. I really don't know. We'd have to certainly look at what the possibilities were straightly after. Are we allowed to come in? Just a second. We're just asking the presiding officer if we could just come in for a second. All right, we're not allowed to come in, so my colleague Herbert will just stay right there. And I'm really hoping that once, of course, this voting station closes at about 9 o'clock, then at that particular point, not forgetting that those that are still in the line, Francis, will get the opportunity to cast their ballots. But there really seems to be a last-minute rush situation that is taking place in some of the areas as well that we've also been through. So whether that is going to change, the numbers will change with what is the time now? Just shortly after 7 o'clock at 19:31 for the next hour and a half. Whether that is going to change certainly remains to be seen, but I certainly do not think so. The numbers certainly look to be widening at this particular point. Many people are still coming through to the school here, taking a last-minute opportunity, but whether that is going to change, I certainly don't think so in terms of the numbers. Francis.
Thank you very much. Chriselda Lewis reporting from the ground in Soweto.